Joe, dancing and storytelling elf. Or I should say story reading elf. I'm not telling any of my own stories at the moment. Today's story, the Snow Queen. I wonder if you've heard about this story before. It's a bit more of another Christmas classic, so are we ready? Here we go. Long, long ago, and even further away, lived two best friends, Gerda and Kay. In all the world, no two friends were as close. One crisp winter's day, Kay was crunching through the snow when he saw a twinkling snowflake. It grew larger and larger until suddenly it turned into a woman dressed in a sparkling white cloak. Can't really see because it's so white. The next second she was gone. The following afternoon, Kay was with Gerda when, ow, a sharp speck of ice flew into his eye. From that moment, everything changed. Kay began teasing Gerda and ripping up all her precious flowers. Then he made fun of the people in the street. As each day passed, he grew more and more horrible. Whatever's happened to Kay? Gerda asked her grandmother. Gerda's grandmother shook her head and sighed. I think he's been enchanted by the Snow Queen, she said. After a while, Kay ignored Gerda altogether. He only wanted to play outside in the snow. His cheeks glowed and his eyes shone. He never seemed to notice the cold. On the coldest day of winter, the Snow Queen came for Kay. In a daze, he caught hold of her sleigh, and she commanded her snow-white horse in a voice spikier than icicles. Home! And they flew from the market square, Kay clinging on behind. She's not very nice, this Snow Queen, is she? The Snow Queen took Kay far, far away to a place of ice in the frozen north. Kay grew colder and colder and colder, so cold he might have been carved from ice himself. Week after week, he sat still as a snowman, trapped in a room made from blocks of ice. Soon he completely forgot Gerda and everything in his old life. Poor Kay. But Gerda didn't forget Kay. As the flowers started to bloom, she set off to look for him. First she followed the winding river. When the river ran out, she left her boat and walked. She walked for days and days, until lost and alone in a forest, she finally stopped. A glossy black crow hopped up to her. "Caw!" he crowed. "What's wrong?" "I'm looking for my friend," she said. "The Snow Queen stole him." "A queen?" called the crow. "Perhaps she's taken him to the palace by the lake." "Caw! I'll show you." He led Gerda through the sleeping halls where royal dreams glided past. "Try the robber's castle," they whispered. "Take the golden coach outside." The robber's castle stood high on a hill, stark against the sky. Following a moonlight path, the golden coach rattled its way to the top. Inside the castle, Gerda told her story again. "The Snow Queen lives in the frozen north," said a robber girl. "My reindeer can take you." Reindeer as well, my goodness. The robber girl watched them go, waving until Gerda and her reindeer were out of sight. They had a long, hard journey ahead. The air turned cold and stung Gerda's face like hail. Her face went numb, but they still kept going. At last, towering in the distance, she saw the Snow Queen's glittering palace of ice. A whirl of snowflakes, the Queen's guards sprang at Gerda. Oh dear! As Gerda cried out, her breath formed into misty angels. Silently they swooped down and attacked the palace guards. Gerda ran into the palace, calling for Kay. She put her hand over his frozen heart, and it began to thaw. A warm tear melted the speck of ice in Kay's eye and trickled down his cheek. "Gerda," he whispered. Kay jumped up, sending blocks of ice flying. The Snow Queen could only watch in ice fury as Gerda and Kay fled, leaving her chilly palace forever. Back at home, Gerda's grandmother was overjoyed to see them. I can't believe you escaped the Snow Queen, she cried over and over again, and she hugged them both tightly as if she'd never ever let them go. Well, what a wicked Snow Queen, but what a brave Gerda going to rescue her best friend, Kay. Another fantastic wintry Christmas story. We've not got many stories left until it's time for Christmas Day. So, from me, Jingle Joe, the dancing story reading elf, I'll see you very soon.